Audio Jungle.
Welcome back to another delayed draw. We are closing out week 4, where the Packers beat the Steelers 27-17 in one of the closest, not close games ever. And what do I mean by that? Closest, not close game. Well, it never really felt like the game was in doubt, per se. We started off down 7-0 early, but from that point on, we pretty much controlled the game. But it felt way closer, and at least to me, with the field goal block return for a touchdown, that wasn't. A couple of passes that Big Ben missed that really could have gave them an advantage. A couple of passes that we missed that could have gave us an advantage. So despite the score, despite how the game played out, it was closer than it may have felt. But yeah, we're gonna get to our first topic here. This will be a shorter episode than last week since we don't have as much to cover. We're gonna start with the first thing I've been thinking about, and I've seen a few people tweet about it, and it's not specific to this game per se, but it did happen in this game, and that's Aaron Rodgers' deep ball accuracy. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but I feel like he's, or maybe like last year too, has been off. He's been off on the deep balls. He still hits them, obviously, from time to time, but it seems like he's missing passes that years ago were easy money, or so we thought. I remember a few years back, he'd drop back the pass, and when he let that ball go, it wasn't a matter of is it a good pass. It was more who's catching it and how big is the play going to be. Now it's more of a question mark. That's not to say that Aaron Rodgers is not a good quarterback anymore because he's not hitting all these deep balls. Nobody expects him to hit every single one. He's still Aaron Rodgers. He's still one of the best in the league, and he's still one of the best to ever play. But he's been missing a few, and thankfully we haven't really needed it yet this season. I mean, we could have used it in the Saints game, but I'm not sure. Not sure there was anything that could have helped us there. But the last couple weeks against the Niners, against the Lions, and against the Steelers, he missed a few here and there. It didn't ultimately hurt us. We won all 3 of those games, but we're going to run into a time where we're going to need one of those big plays to hit, and he may miss it. That just never seemed to happen in years past. Maybe I got rose-colored glasses on. Maybe my memory is a little selective. Maybe he's been missing them all along. I just feel like last year and the beginning of this year, it feels like he misses those more than he used to. This week he had Lazard, I believe it was, wide open on one. He had a good step and a half on a defender, and Rodgers underthrew him this time. Usually he's been overthrowing. But it was underthrown enough to where the defender could knock it down without even turning around. He just stuck his arm out and the ball hit him. So that's just an example. Hopefully that trend goes the other direction. He starts hitting these. And again, that's not to say he hasn't hit deep balls. He's made some wonderful Aaron Rodgers-esque passes. It's just the few that he's missed seem to be, or the few that he misses seems to be growing more and more. So I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. Hopefully that ship rights itself. Yeah, it's. I just the main concern is that one of these times he's gonna shoot for that deep ball. He's gonna miss it, and it's gonna cost us a game. I do know the the pass he made to Robert Tonyan, granted it wasn't like a straight fly route or anything, but the pass he made to Robert Tonyan against the Lions, where he made that great catch over the defender and stuff. Sure, it's great that Aaron Rodgers can do that. We love that he has that accuracy. He tried it again this past week against the Steelers, or was that might have been the 49ers game. I don't remember which, but he tried it again and it didn't work out. What I'm getting at, though, is against the Lions, he had Allen Lazard absolutely wide open underneath. And again, not really talking about his accuracy so much now as I am selection. Sure, it's awesome Tonyan made that catch. It was a touchdown, cool. But had he not made that catch, I think we all would have looked at that play and been like, why didn't he throw it to Allen Lazard? Dude was wide open 10 yards downfield with not a soul around him. Rodgers opted for the deep play and it worked out. But again, what if we need that play and he instead of going for the sure bet, he goes for the deep one and misses and we lose a game for that reason. Whatever. It's just thoughts I'm having. It's not like I'm losing sleep over this. I'm not super concerned, but it could come up. It could come up. The other thing I want to talk about that I haven't really heard too many people talking about, definitely not the media. They don't really talk about this stuff at all that I'm aware of. Is just the coin toss. We elected to defer against the Steelers. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Whatever they felt like the best move was going to be, good on them. It's what they get paid for. And it can pay off to get the double dip. San Francisco did it to us the week before. They got 7 right before the half and got 7 again coming out of halftime. We got 3 and 3 this time. 3 right before the half and 3 coming out of the half. But Pittsburgh got 7 right off the bat. So Pittsburgh got the ball, got a touchdown, put us behind the power curve right off the bat, and the net gain was 1 point. They got 7 at the beginning. We got 3 and 3 for the double dip. So ultimately, they won that. And I'm not knocking the Packers for deferring. I know we've done the double dip plenty of times, and that's awesome. But me personally, I would like to take the ball. I like to receive the ball early, especially when our offense, generally speaking, is better than our defense. Get that ball, go put some points on the board, put the pressure on the other team. Because another thing with the double dip is there's no guarantee you're even going to get that opportunity. What if the other team ends up with the ball at the end of the half? Well, there goes that double dip opportunity. Sure, coming back out of halftime, you could score a touchdown there, potentially even things up if they scored first, whatever. But still, you're kind of playing behind the power curve there. So I understand the philosophy. I understand why they would do that and why any team would choose to do that. But me personally, I think it's best to put the pressure on. Get your offense out there. Get some rhythm. You have your scripted plays off the start. Even if you get 3 points to start, it still feels good to be out in front early. Get that quick start. But thankfully, it worked out for us against the Steelers, deferring. Hopefully, it works out more. And I would love nothing more than to eat crow every time I say they should have taken the ball first. That's about it. I feel like the media did a pretty good job, from what I heard, covering the game. They didn't, to my knowledge, didn't really miss a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, we could talk about the refs some more, but I think that's going to be bordering on beating a dead horse. Bosa last night, the Los Angeles Chargers, he even lit up the refs in his post-game press conference, which good on him. He's gonna take a fine for that, but it needs to be said. It's been atrocious. And let's be honest, the NFL makes enough damn money to pay these referees. My question is, why don't you either A, have more referees that can see more angles, or B, use the TV camera angles. Have they got the people in New York that can call in and say, yes or no on a replay. Why can't you do that just in general? If somebody in New York's watching a Packer game and they see Rashawn Gary being choked the frig out, why can't they call down to a ref, be like, yo, dude, throw your flag now. Just throw it. There was holding number 52 or holding on against number 52. They should be able to do that, right? We have the technology. When it's that blatantly obvious, someone should be able to throw that flag. Someone should be able to make that call. So frustrating. I just said we're beating a dead horse, and I just beat it some more.
Stop! He's already dead.
Well, what else can you say? Not a whole hell of a lot. But with that being said, we're going to close up shop for this week. Next week, we got Cincinnati. In Cincinnati, has not been kind to the Packers over the years. Hopefully we can change that. Burrow's been playing really well. Mixon's been running really well. They're not... I know most of us probably have this chalked up as a W, but I think some of the teams they played against probably had them chalked up as a W as well. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a real close game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. If I were to guess, I'm going to say 30-27 Packers. That's my Packers prediction for the week. And hopefully I'm right. Hopefully we get another win. 5-1, here we come. Go Pack, go. We'll see you next time.